What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Trudy and here with another update as it relates to the IR category. So yesterday there was a trickling of letters, but the DQ dates were for persons who were DQ'd in March of 2022. And I was thinking to myself, but hold on, didn't last month they release March DQ dates? Like, those persons actually got interviews. So and I thought, you know what, it sounds as if they're giving these persons who they skipped over, they're giving them interview dates. So it was just March that I saw yesterday, but today there was just a rush of interview letters and a lot of persons got interviewed. I saw persons who were DQ'd up to April 22, 2022. They got their interview letters. So it's pretty much safe to say that NVC has gone through April, and they're just a little bit past mid-April where DQ dates are concerned. So if you were DQ'd before April 22nd, 2022, then you might want to give NVC a little nudge if you haven't received your letter, just to let them know that, hey, I've been DQ'd and you might have skipped over me. I saw where persons got letter up to the 22nd of April 2022. Now, congratulations to everyone who got their letter. Please remember to watch the video on the things that you will need for your interview, and don't forget to set your medical appointments. Another thing, guys, remember, it's a new tax season is coming up, so you will need 2022 tax documents if you're going to have your interview, let's say in February. Once the new tax season starts, they will want the latest tax document. Bear that in mind, because 221G is not a form that you want to go to the embassy and get. I've seen persons waiting for over 6 months just because they had something outstanding. Even if you sent it in the next day, there's no telling how long you are going to wait to get that visa issued. So do yourself a favor, make sure you have all that you need to go to the interview. Now, I'm big on TikTok. Well, I watch a lot of videos on TikTok, so I come across immigration videos and I come across educational stuff, and I have here 3 videos that you might learn from. People, I didn't know that people were in airport actually snatching people's passport. Like, how people pick people's phone. Yes, people are stealing passports. So you might want to be aware of that, because I would not want you to go through all this waiting, all this money spending, this whole medical and interview, all this stress, because we know how the immigration stress stay. And then when you reach an airport, somebody pick your passport, all because you never know that people actually pick passport so that they can travel. So watch that video, be aware of that. Another thing, this might not apply to you, and this will not apply to you because you're getting your immigrant visa, so you're going to be straight in the US. You're going to have a green card eventually, right? So the one about ICE will not apply to you, but if you know family members that it applies to, please forward them this video. They will want to hear. If you know people working under the table right now, they may want to hear this. And if you are planning, or if you know somebody who's planning on filing for somebody, petitioning for a family member or a spouse, you might want to tell them hurry up and do that, because prices are going up, and after a while, hey, yeah, you might need to throw a partner for file for people. Just saying. So give these videos a watch, and as per usual, leave me a comment if you find use in the content that I'm posting, and share it with your family and friends. Hey, okay, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.
I'm posting this TikTok because I don't want to scare anybody. But 2 of my friends just returned from traveling, and both of them lost their passport on their way into Jamaica. Now, I can't wait for the debate in my comment section about this. Did you know that just like anywhere else in Jamaica where you have thieves and pickpocket grabbing your phone or thieving your money, I same way the people in their airport a pick passport. Bet you never know that. And we can just hear some people say, oh, now it makes sense. There's a lot of people who still want to travel by any means necessary. And when I say any means, long time ago I had a family member that was on their way back to the US, and when they got to the airport, the Sanchez International Airport, and checked in for their flight, they were told by the agent that they were already checked in and already on the flight. Now you can just imagine you reach an airport, check in for your flight, and them are gonna make you know so you're dip on the plane already. Like, what here do you so? Now this was a very long time ago, and at the time, in order to solve the situation, they had to prove their identity by verifying the information that was on their passport application at the immigration office. So at the time, they had to provide full name of their parents, including middle names, among some other verification things. Because this is a thing where people steal passports, this is one of the reasons why when you lose your passport or US visa, you have to report it to the police. Because in some cases, if you go to the US embassy with a lost passport and you cannot totally explain how you lost it, they will automatically assume you sold your documents to these people. So if you didn't know this was a thing, now you know. So be vigilant when you travel.
Listen, this is crazy. ICE agents are now actively looking for people who overstayed their visas. Over the past few months, I've been getting a lot of messages from people from all over the country telling me the same story. And this was confirmed a few weeks ago when it actually happened to one of my clients. So the client arrived to the United States on a tourist visa, obtained this I-94 online. Then one thing led to another, and he overstayed his status. He found a job under the table, and that's how he's carrying his life for the past year or so. And then one morning, ICE agents raided the house he was staying in and got him detained. He later found out that they were actually monitoring his place for over 2 weeks until they finally found him. Now, this kind of enforcement is nothing new. What is different about it is that they have resources to actually track people with their pictures, almost like a drug bust, but only this one is for visa overstay. Bottom line, don't overstay your visa.
It's 2023, and one of your New Year goals should be fixing your immigration status or that of your family members. And here's why. USCIS has proposed a fee hike increase. Marriage-based green card fees are now supposedly would be going from $1,760 to a whooping $3,640 US. Yes, you heard me right. Pretty much double the price. So now, if you're thinking about bringing your spouse and 2 children to the US, you're looking at over $10,000 US in immigration fees. So make fixing your immigration status and those of your family members a priority before the fee hike increase comes into play.